Taylor with Equus Television, and I'm here in Cowtown, Fort Worth, Texas, for the USTPA number 10 Elite World Finals. And standing next to me is Ryan Bernholz, who's actually the National Ratings Chair for the USTPA, right?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jacqueline.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Well, so tell me a little bit about what that entails. What do you do? What does that mean?
Yeah, so the USTPA is a non-profit organization. It's a member-owned organization, and we elect officials in a lot of different positions to help it run smoothly. And I'm in charge of overseeing the ratings committee. So this is a handicap sport. Everybody gets a rating from 1 to 7, and then based on what the class number is, your combined rating of that team can't be greater than that number. So ratings are very important. It's the way we level the playing field to make it a little bit easier for everyone.
That makes sense. Okay, so the newer folks that are coming in would be a 0 to 1
yes.
rating, is that right? And then the pros essentially would be you said up to 7?
Yeah, our 7s are our top rated, best riders. 5, 6, and 7 are considered pro-rated riders. And all the classes that we run over the course of the year, you know, a lower numbered class would mean that you'd have more amateurs, more beginners in that class. The upper rated riders can't even compete in some of those classes.
Gotcha, okay. And so today, we're at the Elite World Final, so it's a number 10.
Yep.
So that means that most of the riders here are usually around what class, would you say?
So the teams that they picked are usually around 10. There's also a draw process, but the draw usually works out to the computer creates somewhere around 7 or 8 teams on average. The way this kind of becomes very interesting is that a 7-rated rider has to ride with either a 2 and a 1 to get to a total of 10, or 2 1s to get to a total of 9, right? So that's tough for them because when they're in there, they're trying to compensate for folks that are less experienced, versus you could have 2 3s and a 4 to get to 10.
Even keel, right?
Pretty even. They all can kind of get around the pen pretty well. So that's the balance here. And what's cool about it is what you'll see probably in the top 20 is you're going to see some of those 7 riders, but you're also going to see 9 teams with 3 riders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting, and what a great way to help the folks that are less experienced get that experience with working with the people that are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So if someone was, what advice do you have for folks that are looking at team playing and interested in it?
Yeah. So it's pretty intimidating. I mean, you come here, you're in the pen, there's 30 cows in there, there's a lot of people, and people know each other. They've been doing this for a while. It's a little intimidating for new folks. I would say show up and take draws, right? Because you're not going to find teams to make partners to make teams, and go have fun. And you know, the way you learn is by riding with higher rated riders.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's great information. And you guys, the USTPA actually does events all over the country, right?
All over the country. You know, it's divided up into different regions. Each region also has what's called a regional final. So you're going to have to compete in a certain number of events in that region to qualify for that. So, then you ride your season, you have your region final, and then we'll go to Amarillo for the World Finals, which is not just a 10 team penning class, it's all sorts of classes. That's another huge event that we put on. That's in the end of October.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out today. Is there anything else you'd like to say, a way people can support USTPA, or how to find you? Or
No, just follow USTPA. We have a presence on Facebook, USTPA.com. It's pretty easy to remember online, and come on out and try the sport. The great thing about this sport, it's a family sport. It's a family event.
That's great. Well, thank you again for taking the time.
My pleasure.
I'm Jacqueline Taylor with Equus Television, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, Cowtown.